You must have heard by now the disaster story of this game. However, I am convinced that this is the most underrated underdog story in video game history. No Man's Sky. Sometimes called One Man's Lies. Take your pick of the many monikers people have said about this game. But is it warranted? If you don't know what No Man's Sky is, I would question your involvement in the video game community as a whole. No Man's Sky was first introduced to the gaming world at the VGX Awards in December 2013, where Hello Games, the developer of No Man's Sky, was bombarded with excited gamers. The hype was enormous. This is what many say was the Achilles heel of the utter doom that was No Man's Sky. Ambitious, humble, gleamy-eyed developers. These were the words describing the beginning stages of the hype train. The impossible number of planets, the 80s sci-fi novel-esque art style, and the lovable Sean Murray made No Man's Sky a much-wanted commodity. Hello Games is your average indie developer. All they had under their belt was Joe Danger, a side-scrolling video game emanating some racing and platformer aspects, which sported two sequels, Joe Danger 2 The Movie and Joe Danger Infinity, which, I have to admit, I hadn't even heard of this game before. And they have a whopping 16 employees. No, don't rewind the video, I did say 16. These men and women took an undertaking for the most ambitious space simulator game in existence. Nothing can go wrong, right? Fast forward to release day, early August 2016. We have sci-fi nerds ready to sink their teeth into an epic adventure in the stars. Leaks come out, bugs are exposed, and empty promises are shattered. But what happened? Why did No Man's Sky fail so miserably? Why were so many gamers out for Sean Murray's blood? Is it because he wasn't really good at public relations and he spoke about too much of what was in his mind and not enough of what he was supposed to say? Is it because people thought he kept changing up what can be done in the game and what can't? What was it? They say 90% of the player base that showed interest before release stopped playing the game. Hello Games was just in the wrong place at the wrong time and with the wrong amount of employees. The game itself is top-notch, the ambitions are deserving, especially for an indie developer. Just like a movie being released on the same weekend as Star Wars, it was destined to be doomed. Among big shots like Elite Dangerous or EVE Online, and even the up-and-coming and never finishing Star Citizen, No Man's Sky didn't have a chance with their 16-employee company to deliver on a product they were never able to accomplish. There is a remnant of devotees hidden among the people who stay true to No Man's Sky and continue to play it. Now, No Man's Sky has come a long way from release, with many features like on-land rovers and base building and epic space battles. The update, released shortly after, didn't save No Man's Sky. The hype train had left the station. So, Hello Games did the smart thing. They receded back into their caves and went to work. While players moved on to bigger and better things, they had forgotten all about No Man's Sky. However, Hello Games never conceded to defeat. They never gave up on their fanbase, their loyal fanbase. No, a year later, they came out with Update 1.3. Graphical overhauls, brand new ships, new storylines with 30 hours of additional quests, limited multiplayer sessions, solar system mapping, portals to go from one solar system to another, new alien species, a better trading mechanic, crashed freighters to research, increase in plant and animal varieties, and more. Now, with patch 1.3, many scoffers of the game are admitting that No Man's Sky is a halfway decent game. But the luster and appeal have been long gone. Hello Games is now on an uphill battle to achieve the player base they desired. They are fighting against the tide. The butterfly some people felt for the game before release is now back, full force. Dusting off that Steam install, waiting for the game to patch, people are coming back little by little. Is No Man's Sky worth it? You decide.